Want to Tell You is a piece that was commissioned in 2013 as part of the Aftermath project, which was directed by writer and filmmaker Lawrence McEwen. And the Aftermath project, which was based in County Louth, brought together people from all over the world directly affected by conflict and trauma to tell their experiences through a multidisciplinary project. And as part of that, I was the composer involved, and the idea was to create a music piece. And Lawrence was very keen that I somehow incorporated their words, their voices, their stories into this piece. So we came up with the idea that we would create a separate vocal track and that we would record that at the start of the project. So we had a number of weekends back in 2013 where we got everyone together. And Lawrence came up with the idea that everyone would start their sentence with, "I want to tell you," and then they share whatever it is that they wanted to say. And in this group, we had people from, as I said, all around the world. We had a huge array of ages. So we sat in a big circle, and I had a tiny little recording device. And then I went round everyone one by one, and they started their sentence with, "I want to tell you." And then that was then edited into a vocal track. And then around that vocal track, I then created a little duet for violin and cello. The vocal track is incredibly beautiful on its own, and the colour of everyone's voices really brings a beautiful musicality to it. So whenever we were recording the track, I remember saying, "Right, who wants to go first?" And of course, nobody ever wants to go first, but this beautiful little boy, he was about maybe 5 or 6, I think he was Somalian, put his hand up and he says, "I'll go first." So I went over to him with the little microphone and he leant forward and he very gently said, "I want to tell you that my favourite colour is orange." And then we continued round the group, and then we got to Margaret, who said, "I want to tell you that I am now the age my father was when he was shot." And people were very honest, and people were very generous with their words and with their memories and their testimonies. So as you're listening to the piece, listen really carefully to the text and the variety of colour within the individual voices really add a huge musicality to the vocal track. So the next thing for me will be the premiere of a soundtrack for an animated motion comic called Songs of Travel. It's the first time I've ever worked in the world of gaming, and the piece will be performed live in May in Galway as part of the Chillissimo Festival, and it'll be performed live with a gamer who will play the game on a huge screen, and then we will have an ensemble of live musicians. And then the Songs of Travel project then will travel then to a number of other countries over the next 2 years or so. And then after that, I have a lovely commission from the Belfast Philharmonic Society, who celebrate their 150th anniversary next year, 2025. And they have also commissioned the brilliant Belfast poet Sinead Morrissey to create the text. And that will be a piece then performed by the adult and the youth choirs of the Belfast Philharmonic Society in Belfast next year. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a huge thanks to Sinead and Aisling, who worked tirelessly on behalf of the Hard Rain Ensemble, and to thank the musicians themselves. They're a fantastic ensemble. I've loved every experience I've had working with them over the past number of years, and I think this concert on International Women's Day in SARC in Belfast is going to be a really, really amazing concert, and I hope to see lots of you there.